Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Dark Souls. This is episode 40. We were going to do a special episode for, but we decided not yet anyway. We're thinking of doing a special episode when we finish this.
Well, look at this one. From what faraway age hast thou come? Thy scent is very human indeed, but not intolerable. Ah, Princess Dusk's saviour. Thine aura is precisely as she described. I thank thee deeply for rescuing Her Highness, but Princess Dusk is here no longer, snatched away by that horrifying primeval human. And so I must ask, couldst thou once more play the saviour? Thank you. I am Elizabeth, guardian of this sanctuary. Something of a godmother to Princess Dusk. I shall assist thee to my utmost, for I am one with the sorceries of Evolutionz. Thou shalt see further on, an abyss was begat of the ancient beast, and threatens to swallow the whole of Evolutionz. Knight Artorius came to stop this, but such a hero has nary a murmur of dark. Without doubt he will be swallowed by the abyss, overcome by its utter blackness. Indeed, the abyss may be unstoppable. Still, I have faith that Princess Dusk may be rescued yet. Thou shalt see for an abyss night without indeed
During throughout this DLC,
May
if you
the
come back and talk to
flame-
her, she will tell you different stuff as well when you talk to her. But pretty much we're going to just continue on today and see what we can get done. At the minute, we've done quite a lot. We've killed Artorius. We're ready to go kill Calamite, the dragon. That's where we're at now in time. By the time you're probably watching this here, we'll actually probably be killing Calamite, or we've already killed Calamite by the time this here is uploaded and stuff. So I'm just letting these guys know where we're actually at. As you can see, it does take some time to get these videos done. It does take some time to do some rendering. Just to put them all together does take some time. So we are sorry that it does take some time. There's nothing we can do over here to make it any faster, and if there was, we would. But pretty much, this is my first time into the DLC. I haven't watched many videos. I've watched a couple here and there, but not enough to let me know what's about this DLC. I've only seen mainly the boss fights and stuff like that there. But the forest is quite a wee bit dangerous. You can run by most of these guys anyway. They're pretty slowish. The only guys in here you really want to worry about is them golems. No, not golems. I don't know what you call them. Big statue fuckers. They're fast and they do hit hard. The best way is after each attack, hit and roll backwards, hit, roll backwards, hit, roll backwards. It's the best way I can give you advice for fighting them guys if you're going to fight them. Most of them are fightable anyway, so the only reason I fight most of them is to get, because it's my first time in here, so I'm literally searching all over the area and make sure I don't, well, try not to miss anything. But if I do miss anything, guys, let me know. Email address is info@projectevolutionz.com. Subject hazard health. You can also leave comments at the bottom of the video if you want, as well. But we mainly read the emails, as you guys know. And thanks to Arsenal54, you give us a good bit of information for when we're in here. Thank you very much, Arsenal. I think you're probably an Arsenal supporter, but thanks for all the information that you've been giving us. It's been quite helpful. So thank you. Um, just been a few other people that have been giving me information, but not as so well developed as he has. Like people tell me, just 4 uh, pieces of armor in here to collect. Most of it I already had done when people sent me in the emails. Thank you to everyone that's been sending me in the emails, letting me know. I enjoy reading your emails. Most of them, you guys know who you are. Sending in really funny emails, giving us a wee laugh here at the office. Thanks very much anyway. But don't worry guys, we were going to do a special episode for episode 40, and then we're talking about doing one maybe for 50. But then we decided, fuck it, we might just wait to we just finish the Dark Souls playthrough and do a special episode for everybody that's been watching and keeping up. Like we're planning to do a Dark Souls music video. At the minute, it's not really guaranteed that that will happen, but we will do a special video of some kind. But we are talking about doing a special music video for Dark Souls. We've got our song and all picked out. It's just again copyright, making sure we don't break any laws and stuff like that there, and stuff like that. You know. As you can see, these guys are quite hard hitting, like, so do be careful. That age you saw me jump off, you can actually sit up there and range and pull a couple guys from up there with a bow if you want to be a wee bit careful. Really, the only thing I've seen to be finding hard in the DLC so far is these guys. Apart from them, there really is nothing in here to really worry about. They have very high defense, as you can see. I'm hitting quite low, and then I get near enough one slap. I think it's literally my 4 fatality that I put in there actually saved my ass. But they're strong, they're fast, and they've got good defense. But the HP is minimal. It's nothing. A couple of hits, you know, and they just fall. It's just getting the timing, learning their moves, and trying not to aggro the whole fucking forest like I do when you're fighting them. There's a couple of times where I use Simplicity and I actually start to super up. You can actually probably tell where I super up and then start drinking again. Because later on, after Artorias, I show you how to get somebody's armor. I don't want to give out too much information yet because it's actually in the next video. There's the Guardian legs as well. I like wearing the Guardian legs with the gloves. Just the looks kind of, for some reason I like the look, but I don't like the look of the Guardian armor. But with what I'm wearing, it looks pretty badass, as you will see later on a bit in the video. As far as I know, that's the only bit that's over here. The other 3 bits are across the bridge, if I remember correctly. There really is nothing else over here, so there's no point to run about here like I am. As you see, I'm trying to be careful, be a bit careful, and try and pull them. Take them out. It's always a good idea to bring a bow with you on a good few hours, just in case, because especially if you don't know the area. You might see a group of enemies and you might only want to pull 1 or 2 or stuff like that there. Or if there's a couple of enemies, you're going to end up like that there for a situation. You're going to pull them all, but there's one of the bit slower, that's the tougher one. You're going to maybe take out the 2 faster ones first, and then work on hopefully have them killed by the time he gets over. When he does that move there, when he sticks his hammer in the ground, you can get behind him and get a few slaps into him. I would maybe stab him about 2 to 3 times and then back off. So do be careful of that. Got lucky there. Oh yes, I would also like to thank Dark Soul Lover 9200, and I can't even remember, but you know who you are, for donating to our website. That money is going into, we put most of it into charity, by the way, guys, so any money that is donated goes into charity. But we do keep 10% of whatever's been donated to buy better equipment and to feather. But we're talking about maybe taking 30%, just letting this guy know we are going to maybe up or ante a bit and take a wee bit more. Maybe about 30% of the payment that we do get for every video or every donation is also made. If you don't need money and you want to go to a certain charity, please do let us know. We will donate on your behalf. But you don't have to donate. No one has to. It's just if you feel like you want to or whatever. You don't actually have to, so don't worry about that. This here's the shortcut. We'll be coming back to this bit later on in this video as well. I'll show you it. I do unlock it from the other side. Some people sent to me in emails. I don't know now. I never tried it myself. You can actually roll down this hole, and you will survive. Now, to me, it looks like a bit of a big drop. I don't know. Maybe they have a lot more health than me, so I'm not gonna. I didn't try it. And there's the Guardian gloves. So if you guys are feeling risky and you want to try it, go ahead. But I didn't bother. As you can see, I'm wearing the legs and gloves right now. That's calamite. Look at that ugly fucking dragon. Actually, I should have arrowed him here, but completely missed, like by miles. I was trying to be for the people who know who he is, Hawkeye Goth. A guy usually drops down here on the bridge. He didn't drop down for me. He drops down later. I do look behind me because I did hear the big thump. I was like, what the fuck was that? So I look behind me and see him trying to run up behind me, and then I'm panicked a wee tiny bit, and I end up making a big mistake and killing myself. It's like, nah, I'll fight him, and then I run on anyway, and then I end up panicking a wee bit because it's like, oh, this guy's coming up behind me, he's gonna kick my ass. Because I'm not really paying much attention. I just panicked a bit too much. That's an easy enough strange creature to get. Or lizard, if you want to call it lizard. I call them strange creatures because a lot of people will leave on the ground strange creature ahead or something like that there. Then you know when they're nearby. As you can see now, their weapons have changed a bit in this garden. I can tell you one thing: the garden doesn't look all that great. There we go. That's it. That's how you get away from that guy. Kill yourself. I thought I'd leave that in for anyone who wants to see my epic failness. But yeah, just kill these gardeners. They're pretty easy to deal with, most of them. The ones with the clippers seem to give you blood loss effect as well. I noticed a couple of them, as you will see in this video, just a couple of them that do hit me and they end up giving the blood effect. Or the bleed effect even. I'm just, like I said, it's the first time in my area. I'm just looking around trying to figure out where all the items are, if there's any secret passages I should try and get to. I didn't really seem to find many secret passages at all in this here new DLC. So far I've only actually found 2, and it's in actually the place after Artorias. Which you actually, guys, by the way, you need light for. So if you've got the skull lantern, bring it with you, or if you have the spellcast light, make sure you bring it with you, plus your catalyst to cast the spell. Um, yeah, get a wee soul anyway. As you can see, I'm just really looking around the area, exploring it. Like the garden really doesn't look all that great. I have seen better gardens. And fucking, well, yeah. I don't even know what to say about this garden, because these guys have been doing gardening here for who knows how many years, and this is what they have accomplished so far. I could make a better garden in my sleep without even trying, but yeah, we'll let them do it their way if they want to make it look this horrible. And they're not really friendly in this garden as well. I noticed, as you can see, it must be very protective for the garden, because near enough everyone in here is gonna kick your ass for walking all over the garden. But then again, if you walked over my garden, if I did create one, I would kick your ass too for walking on it. But then again, that there's another shortcut, by the way, which we'll come to later on. That's one from Evolutionz. Fuck, I can't even pronounce that. This guy here is fucking, so far he's not literally my favorite character, but he's definitely up there in the top 5. He's pretty sweet.
Let me guess. Snatched by a shadowy limb and dragged off to the past?
Doesn't matter what you answer here.
Yes, of course. Exactly what happened to me. We are both strangers in this strange land. But at least now there are 2 of us.
I think this guy has the other half of the broken pendant. That's how he was dragged in here, as you heard him say that he was dragged into this abyss world as well. And if you look around, you can actually see the abyss slowly taking over this garden. And well, throughout the DLC, as you play through it, you actually can see more and more of the abyss slowly turn
So long.
So it's really tearing up the place. There's another chat I missed of him. I didn't get it on video.
Oh, still alive, are you? Think of anything that you might need?
So
Did you happen across Knight Artorias, the legendary abyss walker from the old tales? Well, if you haven't, it's just as well. He's a colorless sort, if you ask me.
I love his laugh. His laugh is awesome. The man that voiced that character, I love his voice.
So,
it's brilliant.
What did that giant mushroom make you do? Not that I care. It's none of my business. I've little to talk about, really. Oh, you know me. What do I know?
I don't know you. I just met you. How the fuck would I know you? Fucking Chester. No, he's pretty cool. If you kill him there, he will drop his armor. He's pretty cool, as you will see later on. He also will give you a little surprise later if you don't kill him right here, as you will see after you kill Artorias, which is also in the next video, guys. But he is pretty sweet and well developed character, I think, anyway. A lot of people may disagree with that there, but it's definitely one of my top 5 favorites. But it's still to this day, Solaire is still my top favorite. I just have a thing for characters that are based around knights and stuff like that there. Plus, as you know, Solaire is also the firstborn son of, well, meant to be this, from what I've came to the conclusion of, he's actually meant to be the firstborn son of Gwen. So it makes him pretty also cool. That there's the boss fight for Artorias, the legendary knight himself, which not a lot of people know about, because He's meant to have disappeared to the abyss, and it seems that the abyss has corrupted him and really took over him and tore him apart and stuff. Like, as you will see later on, he's just not himself no more. My guess was he came into the abyss to stop Manus, but ended up the abyss was just too great for this one Artorias knight, and it just ate him alive, just absorbed his soul or whatever, and just took over him and left him pretty much the way he is. Guys, you don't have to come down here just yet, but I do recommend you come down here later on, after you get the key to Hawkeye. But right now you don't need to come down here, because this here just opens up pretty much the next boss area. Oh, well, one of the 4 bosses anyway that I know of in this new DLC. This is one of the 4. As you know, Calamite. As you're about to see him here in a bit anyway, and you've already seen him anyway on the bridge. But there's really no need to come down here yet, because you can't even do anything. And as far as I know, if you do go down to try and fight him, he will tear your ass apart. But you can cut off his tail to get a weapon, which is what we'll hopefully be doing in the next, well, not in the next video, will be about part 43, 44, around there. We'll be roughly doing that. So yeah, we've got pretty much a lot planned anyway for the next coming couple of episodes. Like, we're trying to plan ahead, and we're trying to keep the videos approximately shortish. When we cut up when we were exploring Alyssa though, we cut the video up in 2 parts, because it is quite a big bit to, as you can see, there's Calamite, as it is, Alyssa is pretty big to explore. But you don't have to go explore the whole Alyssa, which we haven't done just yet. We pretty much got the key, and now we're going to head back and get Calamite killed. It'll probably be after we put the commentary into these videos and let them render. After they're probably done rendering, we'll probably just go fight Calamite. So pretty much while these uploading, you'll probably be by that time, you know, so watching these, we'll have Calamite killed and on to the next section of the DLC. Maybe even be fighting Manus by the time you guys are watching this. But we'll all see what happens anyway. Pretty much, as you can see, I missed a good wee bit of the area out there. When I came into this section of the forest, I literally just ran towards here to open up the shortcut. This here's another shortcut which we will get to later on. I think I said that was in Little. It's actually not. I think that's actually the shortcut to Manus, so that's my bad, guys, for that. Pretty much, for the people, this is get you all the 2 pieces of the Guardian armor, which is very similar, from what I've noticed, is very similar to the stone armor. I don't think it's as heavy, and I don't know if I haven't compared them yet myself, but they look very similar. So we'll have a wee look at that. Yeah, I thought I was dead there. As you can see, I literally am running about with no health right now. So I was like, fuck that, I'm not fighting them, and I decided to run on. And then again, there's a wee bit many. Two of them guys, one of them guys is bad enough, never mind 2 of them. So I decided to try and split them up anyway and come back to them later. As you know, guys, them gold, thanks to Surface Seed, them gold coins, if you give to Framp, he will turn them into souls for you. That's pretty much all the use that I can see for them. From the guide I have, from the wiki spaces, from the wiki, and everywhere I've looked, even on the forums and all of Dark Souls, everyone says they're pretty much useless and only for souls. So pretty much just let him meet them and turn them into souls for you. Ugh. You can see these gardeners aren't actually all that friendly. Fucking pricks is all I can say. I'm only passing through, I'm not wrecking in your garden. Well, actually can do much more damage to the garden. It's in a mess as it is. You might roll off here, but I don't do that just yet. For some reason I decided to be a prick and waste some time just running around for like 20 seconds or so. And then I decided to come back up and be like, alright. As you can see, there really is nothing else down here. It was pretty much the place where we came in, and that there's where I roughly fell off there. As you can see, there's the hole I fell down. I'm not too sure if you can run and jump that, but I wouldn't try it anyway because well, it doesn't look too safe. Pretty much if you want to get over there, just run up here and run up that hill and roll down. Or jump off or whatever. As soon as you do get up here, to the right, and here, as you can see, there's a dead body in there holding something. I think that's just a soul. But do be careful of ambushes they got there. Well, even guys coming up behind you or whatever. So it's actually a mushroom. Next piece of the Guardian armor is actually just around this corner. It's the helm, if I remember correctly, and then the body is guarded by two of the Guardians, stone golem type guys. You have the roll and jumpers here. If you're wearing heavy armor, I recommend taking it off because I know sometimes when I jump with heavy armor on, I get pulled down fast and I jump as far and stuff. So if you're wearing heavy armor, just take it off and jump naked. As you can see, I got the Guardian helm. For the people who do want tips on Artorias, I will show you in the next video some things for Artorias, but I do recommend getting some green blossoms. Is it called green blossoms? I can't remember the name of it. Pretty much the grass that you get off in the forest, which I do show you in the next video where to get it as well. I do recommend farming that stuff, and because it is good pretty much for Artorias, because he is very fast and he doesn't hit all that hard, but he doesn't leave many openings. You can't. I tried parrying Artorias a couple of times. Well, a couple of fights. Did record the fights and record my testing, but turns out you can't really parry him because I sat for a couple of hours trying to parry him. I also tried to backstab him. That didn't work at all either. So he isn't. You can't backstab him or you can't parry him. So far that I have, maybe I messed up somehow, but from my test anyway, he's not parryable and backstabbable. So just letting you guys know. As you can see, I got the Guardian body. I recommend trying to take these two Guardians out one by one before going over there. There is an item over there to collect. As you can see, I'm still out with my bow because I'm mad at that and it deserved to get hit. Just in time for the block. As you see here, I do get better fighting them. As you can see, I have got the technique down a bit. Whenever they got there, you can get them behind and get a couple of slaps. It's probably better just to roll away, dodge other attacks because they do take a lot of stamina out. Even with a high ability shield, they do hit and take a lot of stamina out. So it's probably as bad just dodging the gat. as you probably saw before one of the clips before this, they drop twinkling Tainite. So you probably can farm it off these guys if you want, but I don't recommend probably farming on these guys. I don't know what their drop rate is, if it's any better than the oysters. But they are a lot faster and easier to get to than the oysters, and there's a few more of them. But the problem is you do have to deal with the gardeners ads and stuff. So I probably still recommend the oysters. Probably the ones in Crystal Cave. For the quickest that I know of to get to from the bonfire. As you see there, he drops the twinkling Tainite. And you get some golf great arrows, which is later on. You do get the bow, so you can actually use the bow and them arrows later on in the game. Pretty much after you've got all these items, the next step is to just run back to where Chester is and get yourself ready to fight Artorias. The weapons I recommend for Artorias, or anything that could, any weapon that can really hit him hard and break his poise, because he doesn't have high poise and he doesn't have really low poise. Is okay? He gets about average poise. I say probably around the 40ish. Mainly because when he starts buffing up, if he gets the buff, every hit he does to you is going to do like double the damage and stuff. And many of my solo counters in there, not I went in and he pretty much did one stop me, and half the moves that didn't even barely touch me. Because even after he buffed, there was actually once he actually drained all my stamina and all my health with one hit. So at all costs you kind of don't want him to get that buff. But if he does get the buff, guys, avoid him at all costs. Roll, dodge, fucking put your head in your ass. I don't care what you do, but as long as he doesn't hit you, you're good to go. Stupid guardian. Oh, as you can see, guys, these guys also drop the purple moss and stuff like that there. So it's good if you want to farm these guys as well for that stuff, for maybe New Game Plus, or maybe a couple of areas that are on in the game that you haven't got to just yet. Be careful of that, as I found out the hard way. As you can see, my roll must have been off a wee bit there because he actually did hit me. Mainly this game's all just about patience and timing. Like I said, these guys can be tricky. Just back off till he does it there, get in, hit a few slaps on him, roll away, back off, and then just repeat. Like I said, like my first couple of times, as you can see, as you saw, guys, they will give me a bit of trouble. But they're actually not that bad now, since I know their moves. I know how to work around their moves, and I know when to attack and all. It's like pretty much any mob boss and all in this game is the way to do it. Like, is to learn. This here, I go in here to fight Artorias here, but I thought I'd just leave it in here to show you some of his moves and get them ready for the actual fight itself. He is soloable, guys. You don't need a phantom, because one of my times I was testing stuff on him. Look how badass that man looks like. Too bad he's corroded with Abyss. As you can see, the Abyss is just pure on him, and it looks like his left arm is broken. As you can see, the Abyss is just swarming with the Abyss. He's no longer the Artorias the legend that we know of and we've heard so much about in the game as we played through, but he's not the man we once knew. That front flip he does, he can do it up to 3 times, so always assume he's going to do it 3 times before you land an attack. You can land on about 2-3 attacks and then back off. Don't get greedy. Like I was saying, guys, in one of my videos, he is easy enough to kill. I almost did solo on one of my testings, and that was me messing around. But it did take a wee bit of time, so my actual fight, I decided to summon the guy just to get some help, just to make it a wee bit faster. I do recommend, as you can see, guys, I'm wearing spears here. I do recommend getting spears for this fight, keeping your shield up and just poking them with a spear. Also, spears. If you got Ornstein's spear, is great for this because it's lightning damage, and you can actually poke him and stun him from doing his buff. And I do show you in this video his buff, if I remember correctly. That's what actually kills him, is his buff. If you don't think you're going to get knock him and stun before his buff is finished, get out of there, guys, and just trying to fight him at all costs. But I do recommend at least trying and just not let him get that buff. As you see here, in the next couple of seconds here, he does the buff and I back off. I don't recommend ranging him. A couple of guys said bring a bow in here. I just must not have the right dex or something, because if you hit him in the head with an arrow when he's doing the buff, it would also knock him out of the buff and not let him get it. But this is me now, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna shut up now and let you watch the rest of my fail. But thanks for watching this far, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.